Welcome to Get to the Point. I'm your host, Jessica Spahn, and I'm excited today to bring you a show highlighting the importance of recreation and community, brought to you by the Keller Pointe. Join us each episode and be inspired as we bring you conversations with community leaders who share their experiences, expertise, and explore the role that recreation plays in sustaining well-being and success. What are we waiting for? Let's get to the point. Welcome to Get to the Point. I'm your host, Jessica Spahn, and this is a show brought to you by the Keller Pointe. Today, we have a very special guest from right up the street.
We're neighbors.
And we are neighbors. Like, I could walk to your store. So this is Mark Murphy.
Hello.
Founder and owner of Bear Creek Running Company.
Yes.
It's a lot of words.
It is a lot of words, but it's accurate.
It is accurate, yes. I'm so excited to have you on the show today because we have so much to talk about with the holidays coming up. There's events after events after events after events. So we'll break down a few of those for you guys today. So what is your favorite event during the holidays? What's coming up that you're most excited about?
So from a family perspective, my family has always done a turkey trot. Once they started doing the
run with the
turkeys in Keller, we shifted from the
Did you do Dallas or Fort Worth?
Both.
Okay. I used to do the Dallas turkey trot.
That's too big.
You know, it is too big and parking is a pain. So I'm very excited to try this run with the turkeys. Yes.
And now it's all on roads. So there's
Was it not on roads?
It started on the trail, which is a little crowded, but now it's like a legit fun time.
Yeah. Okay. That's exciting.
And then the best secret run is when they do the festival of the kick off the holidays, Festival of Lights.
Okay.
At Town Hall. They have a little known run called the Santa Scurry that is a ton of fun too because it's at night. You never
Who's
get to run
involved with that besides you?
I believe it's the Parks and Rec.
Oh, I should know more about this then.
That's what I said.
I need to have a conversation. It's right in my backyard.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Okay, so I want to dive in and find out more about you, your store, and how you're so much a part of the community. Like everything I see, your logo, It seems like everywhere I go, any run I'm at, even with the Dallas athletes racing, I could be over in like Grand Prairie or somewhere and it's like Bear Creek Running Company.
Well, I think our philosophy is that what's good for running is good for running. And what's good for running is good for the store. So we try to reach as big an audience, and particularly Dallas athletes racing does, really fun small events all over the place. But they have a few the key races that happen in Keller are really that's the only game in town. There's not a lot of other.
Because they do the run with the turkeys, right?
Do the run with the turkeys.
And they did the July.
The 4th of July one. And then they do the Monster.
Oh, they did the Monster Try. Yeah, for kids and adults.
For kids and adults, and they do St. Patty's Try.
Oh, they do a lot in Keller. Okay.
So they do a lot in Keller.
Okay. So how did you start your journey? I know I was reading a little bit about what you sent me with the other stores that you worked for. So is this all? I know you have degrees.
I have.
You have a master's in fine arts.
The best educated non-business person.
What are your degrees in?
So I have I have BFA from Texas Tech in studio art.
Okay.
And then I went right into their museum studies program. Got an MA in collections management.
Interesting. That probably
got me the job in Boston.
Okay.
Which is where I fell in love with running.
Okay.
And then upon, I just missed Texas when I was in Boston.
Because you're fifth generation, right? Texan?
Yeah.
Okay.
We founded Farmersville, some of our family.
Nice. Okay. So you came home.
So I came home, went to work at the Amon Carter Museum.
To put your master's to work, right.
Put my master's to work, but it was just kind of detached from the actual,
your passion?
The art end of it.
Oh, okay.
But after being in Boston, running became that was my thing outside of work. So the people you meet running, it's like my kids running cross country. It's the best place for you to put your kids because the kids that are disciplined and doing the running are just good, hardworking, good people. And that translates to adults that are.
See, I was a swimmer, and I'd say the same thing for swimming.
Yep, because my wife's a swimmer. So
it's a discipline, and you're up early, and you're committed, and you work hard.
You're in high school, you go to bed at 8 o'clock.
Oh, well, no, I worked a job, so I'd be in bed at midnight and up at 5. I don't know how I did that back then. Okay, so What was the first store that was running related that you worked for?
I worked at Athletic Supply in Dallas after I left Damon Carter.
Okay.
And worked with a guy, Bob Wallace was the buyer.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of a vanity store for some people who...
It's Dallas. I get it.
Their kids were in all sports, so it was like and it was a really nice store. It was like generational in Highland Park.
That sounds nice.
Customers.
Upscale.
You were waiting on kids of customers that somebody else waited on 15 years earlier.
Oh, that's cool.
Cool. But then he started his own company, and we helped him get that off the ground, my wife and I.
Okay.
Like years ago, which became a huge success, like Run On.
Nice.
Was like all over Texas. I think they wound up at the most with 8 or 9 stores in that region. So he took a little idea and made it into a big corporation.
Yeah, and you got to learn from him something?
Well, the way he ran the business was just, you don't carry debt. I mean, it's very clean, simple kind of principles.
Dave Ramsey style.
Yeah. And then when I left there, I went to work at Lutz. And the Lucas family is, I think what I learned from them is they're very much focused on like employees and community.
Smart.
So taking like the crisp business from Bob and the common sense from the Lucases kind
of how you crafted the culture.
Became a hybrid.
Yeah.
And I think also it comes from, because my other degree is an MFA in studio art.
Yeah.
And then I taught art at Northwestern for almost 10 years while I ran their studios before coming back to Texas.
Okay. So,
and I ran the whole time. So I actually worked in a running store while I was there just because I was passionate about shoes.
So you found your passion. And I think, so how do you think the art has influenced the way you operate your store?
So I think I overheard at Northwestern somebody complaining in the hall that they wish they were an art major because they wouldn't have to think anymore.
That's rude.
And it's like, you have no idea. Because an artist you have to start with a blank canvas and you put
come
one
up
mark
with something
down,
from nothing.
And you put one mark down, and then you have to think of all the possible other marks that.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of empathy and guessing what the viewer's going to appreciate.
Exactly.
And I think that's the way we buy product is we think which customer is this shoe for.
We'll serve them best.
Who's going to like this top? Who's going to like this type of tight?
So you have to have a range then.
Oh yeah, we got and that's like answered a Google review.
Yeah.
They were grateful but they mentioned that they weren't our typical customer because they weren't runners. It's like, but our typical customer probably is not a runner. Maybe 30% of our customers are like really, they're logging miles and have goals and sign up for half marathons and marathons. But the vast majority are just want their feet happy.
And I think as we get a little tiny bit older, all of us want our feet happy.
It does. It makes a difference.
Less heels, more comfy shoes.
Yeah. If everyone had comfortable shoes, the world would be a better place.
People would be less grumpy. There'd be less road rage. I think you'll get world peace. You just solved all the problems. Better shoes.
Better shoes.
From
happy feet, happy life.
And that's your slogan, right? Wait, what
our slogan is every foot matters.
Every foot matters. That's true, though.
It is.
I love it.
And there's no.
Where'd that come from?
My brain.
Your brain. Okay.
It's a playoff on
every
dimensions to foot.
Oh, like the moving a certain amount of feet?
Well, every foot matters.
In the run?
Physically on on the end of your leg.
Okay.
If
yes.
You keep that foot happy.
Okay.
The leg, the hips,
is
the
happy.
back, everything else is going to be better
in
off.
alignment.
Yeah.
Saves you a lot of money in the long run, really.
It really does.
So shoes that seem expensive are actually a lot cheaper if you're not looking at the future bills you're going to have on like adjustments for your back.
And just the quality of life. If you put a value on quality of life, then
you can't.
Terrible shoes.
You need, yes. Well, there's some investor that always said like buy good shoes, good tires, and a good mattress or something like that. It was like the 3 most important things.
To live by.
Yeah, as you get a little older, you realize that matters.
Especially the mattress.
Every foot matters. Well, yeah, I know. So, okay, you were a huge part of our success with our first annual Fit City Challenge between Keller and Southlake.
We embraced it completely.
Absolutely, and thank you because you guys donated shoes for the winners. So,
we did.
And what else? We did. You did a discount.
We did a discount for participants. We promoted on our social media.
Yeah.
I walked my 5K the day after my knee replacement.
Yes, I was going to get to your knee replacement too. Okay, so that challenge came out of, I guess Armin and Huffman, so the mayors of Keller and Southlake, were wanting to help the cities become more active and kind of just elevate the lifestyle of people. And so you were huge as far as like, getting word out and helping people stay excited. But you had knee surgery during that time.
In the middle of it. Well, towards the end of it.
Yeah.
And by then I was so
committed
to logging my points that.
Well, we were 4 points ahead. You hadn't put your points in. I mean, it's an average. So
yeah, towards the end, it was real. Every other day, somebody else was in the lead.
It was a very close race.
Yeah. We wanted Keller to win.
Yeah, me too. Because, why not? We're Team Keller. It's Keller. I'm very competitive.
Can do,
exactly. So, okay, wait. Tell everybody what you did, though. So you had knee surgery.
So, I had knee surgery May 12th.
Okay. And we finished on the 15th.
And we finished on the 15th. So I did I think I had to do 3 miles to get points. So I did that early before I went to surgery. And then the day after surgery, they told me I could walk, just go slow.
Yeah, I think you
took almost 3 hours.
Did your wife show me a picture? I forget.
Yeah, she thought it was funny because there's a lot of narcotics involved with recovering.
If I can find that picture, we'll throw it up here because that was very sweet. Like you cared so much. I mean, and I think we saw a lot of the community kind of come together over that, and so from that, it led to the Fit City Minis that we've started doing. We've done one already. We're coming up on another that we're going to kick off with the Run with the Turkeys.
Yep.
And we're going to close it out on December 10th with the Park Run's 100th run, which we'll talk about them in a second. But I'm really excited to see how this goes because I know there's a lot of things going on at the same time. You have your own challenge as well.
We have every year we do a winter challenge. It's like a holiday from Thanksgiving to New Year's Day.
Okay.
Run 1 mile, walk 1 mile a day.
That's not too bad.
It's pretty easy, but it's inspiring for us, the number of people who sign up that don't even have never done a mile
and walking a mile. I mean, you could do that in 20 minutes, even if you're just kind of like.
Exactly. Or you walk your dog a mile. That counts.
Yeah. That's awesome. Okay. And so I was noticing too when I was signing up, and I'm going to sign up for yours too. I'm doing them all. I think that's the fun part of Keller too.
So we go through it and then we update. Everybody updates on Facebook, so it creates like a team feeling.
The camaraderie.
And then when you finish, there's like this year we have Ultra Ego, really cool running hat company.
Okay.
Who's doing sunglasses for us.
Ooh.
So the winners will get.
How many winners do you have?
Anyone who finishes.
Oh, so anyone who does, and they can't skip a day. Like they can't do 2 miles one day and none.
No, you have to do something every day. You can skip reporting it, but you have to be able to log and show that you do at least a mile a day.
Every day between Thanksgiving and on New Year's?
New Year's Day.
Okay. But do they have to do a mile on the first?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a run on the first?
There's a number of runs. I've been trying to find one locally that we could utilize, but we usually just do one for a fun run ourselves.
Like at the park run or no?
We use Bear Creek Park.
Okay. And so, also so back to Park Run. We'll circle back around to that. So our viewers can know what we're talking about here. So Park Run is a run that meets outside the Keller Pointe by the dog park, which is called Canine Pointe, every Saturday at 8 a.m. It's a free 5K and it is timed. So I'd like to hear more about your experience because I know you were part of getting it set up there.
Yeah. Jay Blakey, local on the parks board and just a great all-around, a good runner.
Yeah.
But he approached me because he'd heard of this place or association, Park Run, which is all over the world. So it started in England, and which running is like in Europe is as big a sport as like baseball or
really.
It's the difference between watching
like
European track
runs?
meets.
Oh, okay, running in competition. Okay,
yeah, they're much more serious about it. Ironically, we have to be so it's kind of a non-competitive concept that anybody anywhere can lace up their shoes Saturday morning.
Yeah, and be in a community that's active.
Go do a 5K and it doesn't cost anything. There's not awards. It's just show up and run.
Yeah.
But you sign up online, you get a little barcode.
Yeah.
And your barcode becomes like your run history. Mm-hmm. And so when you finish a run, they match that to a finish token. And then during the week, you can at any point you create like a web page of all of the stuff you've done with the park run. Mm-hmm. And then they have awards like when you do 50 park runs, 100 park runs.
Yeah, I've seen people with the shirts on.
Yeah.
Like 50
and what's amazing is like even in Keller, we'll have
people visiting.
Someone from
Germany, I think.
we've had
I met
Germany,
some people, yeah.
Russia,
And they
Ireland,
literally go out of their way to
London.
go to different
and
runs of these.
we'll get like people that come over from their hotel out by DFW
Yeah.
and do the run with us. It's pretty amazing.
And
they're also very competitive. Usually they're really competitive.
Are they? Well, I've noticed there's a lot more with the park walks or whatever. And I think that's a great idea to merge kind of like the super competitive people.
Crowd is probably
in the middle somewhere.
In the middle.
You got a good mix.
60-40 mix of runners to walkers.
Well, so what we're doing with the Fit City Mini competition is on December 10th, it's their 100th park run there.
100 weeks we've had free volunteer run 5Ks for the people.
So that's going to be a huge deal. So it's going to close out Fit City Mini. And we're trying to get maybe like a food truck, and we're going to.
We have confirmed with Crown Tacos for breakfast tacos.
So we do have breakfast tacos. I know
anyone who shows up will get
a taco,
a big old breakfast taco.
I'm excited. We're going to get some other local vendors out there and just have fun. Yeah. I think Jay's just doing his regular music, right? We're not going to get a DJ yet.
Would you like to DJ?
I don't really know how to DJ. I can pretend. No, I'm going to be like, yay, and, getting photos and stuff. That's my job.
And we do.
I'm the yay girl.
But the park run in general, we've got regulars now that show up. Yeah. And then everyone's challenge, if they do park runs, is to bring a friend on December 10th. So we've never had 200 people. Our
no, that's the goal, because 160, you guys got 160 last time.
160 was our biggest ever.
Yeah.
So
and that was when we did the Fit City Mini.
Exactly.
So we're trying to
the mayor draws a lot of attention.
I already have him locked in. Yeah. I asked him like a month ago, I think. And then I brought it back up and I said, do you want me to send an email? That way you can have it on your calendar. Cause it makes me nervous. Yeah. Like, he's very busy, and especially with the holidays. Yeah. So I was like, please be available. So it's accepted, the calendar invite. So he will be there. I'm very excited. And I'm trying to think of who else, let's get some people out there, guys. So yeah, if you haven't been, the show's going to air before hopefully the Run with the Turkeys. You guys can get to that as well, because does that support anything? You bring canned foods. I forget is there something?
They support, I'm trying to remember.
I feel like there was canned foods involved.
There's definitely, they support the community storehouse.
Okay, community storehouse, yes. And that's a great charity. I recently, we were at the Run in the Dark event.
Yeah.
And that was so much fun being able to support such a good cause, as well as enjoy a lot of fun in the community.
And that's one of their major events of the year.
Mm. Well, okay, so I want to talk about something fun. Every show I talk about communication, and podcast is a way people communicate now. So it's kind of fun to go back to like high school or maybe college and just talk about what was your primary mode of communication back then?
Oh, I'm old.
Well, it's okay.
It was telephone.
Telephone. So like the kind
it wasn't
on the
in
wall.
Your pocket. It was, you had to dial.
Did you have wireless telephones by then?
No.
Telephones? Did I say telephone?
That came out. I'm so old that my social security number was my student ID.
Are you serious?
And they would post it on the wall.
That's, oh my God, that's terrible.
You would find your social security number and find your grade. It was not.
And no one else has accidentally become you? No one stole your identity? That you know of?
At one point, someone in San Antonio was writing checks.
Was it because of that?
I have no idea.
That does not sound like a good security 15 situation. 15 years apart. Wow. Okay. Okay. So then on that note, you do a lot, you market, it's a family store.
Yes.
Right. So it's just your store. It's you and your wife. And what I love about it when I go in is, and the young people won't understand this reference, but it feels like the running store, if Cheers were a running store, that's how I feel when I go in. It feels like you're in there and you're with family and friends and everybody's just helping you and you're chit-chatting. That's kind of the vibe I get when I go
that's in. The goal. The idea was to make it feel like a running club.
Yeah, like a little community.
Part of the store experience.
I love that. And you do. You've succeeded at that.
My job is much better because of that. I mean, if you work at a place where you're just happy to see people.
And the money comes. The money comes. You just
and that's our primary marketing plan, is to give really good individual service that no one is used to, so that and then get them in the right shoe. You got to get them in the right shoe.
Yeah, and I want to talk about that in a second. But so because you don't do any online sales, right?
We don't.
You have a website, but your sales are only from the brick and mortar location.
Yeah.
Okay. So how did that work during COVID?
It was scary. It's just me.
I'm surprised. So you didn't think about pivoting at all online?
So we wound up doing a lot of, it was like online workarounds. So people could call the store and we would do the transaction. And then I would we'd stay open until about 4, and then I'd deliver locally whoever ordered.
Oh, so you were like a delivery man too.
I was in a bear costume.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're gonna have to get a photo of that. I'll put that on here.
Yeah, with the doorbells.
Oh, that is a blast.
People had a blast.
Oh my goodness. Hey, if y'all have some footage of him from your ring door, send it in to the Keller Pointe. We'll post it. That's so fun. So you made it fun.
We tried, and we had like virtual run clubs.
Yeah.
And we hid things around the park during COVID for people to find, and they'd claim a prize. And
that is so fun. I love the way you engage with community. And especially because I've been at the Keller Pointe for almost a year now. Yeah. But I met you right away, and I really enjoyed just like, you're very friendly. I feel like you're like a friend. You're like an old friend. You're like a,
Well, and that's
the goal.
I think it comes out of just enjoying what you're doing.
Love what you're doing, and then that translates over.
Then it makes it easy to.
And don't focus on money because that's stressful.
It is.
I try not to do that. Okay, so wait, we're talking about the perfect shoe. So I, many years ago, thought it'd be really fun to take up running. And so I joined the Dallas Run Club. I was in my 20s, so I could do this. And I was like,
been members around the same time.
Maybe. And I was like, oh, I'm going to start running. Oh, there's a 10K. I hadn't been running. I did like spin classes and stuff, but not running. And I didn't have the right shoes. And it was on a Saturday following the day I signed up. So I was like, oh, I'll join the club and then I'll just go to a 10K. It's no big deal. It'll be so much fun. Just about turned off after the first mile because you could. That was one of the stops. But I made myself do it. I did it in 1 hour and 8 minutes, and I practically lost my pinky toe. My pinky toenail was gone. I couldn't, like my legs, like you couldn't move for a few days. Like you try to sit and you're like, oh, you fall down. So would not suggest that. But I learned that, wow, the shoe matters a ton. The kind of shoe and the size of the shoe. So how do people know what shoes fits them best?
So the best way is to go to a store that knows what they're doing.
Such as the Bear Creek Running Company.
But any like performance running store is going to fit you. They should measure your foot. Yeah. They should look at your width. They should look at your arch, figure all that. But aside from that, the most common mistake is people buy their shoes too short.
Yeah, I did that.
If you wear a dress shoe size 9, you go buy an athletic shoe size 9.
It's embarrassing to have to go up there.
It's about a half to a full size smaller. I know. I wish they wouldn't even put.
I'm like 11. Ew. At least I'm tall. I guess that makes sense.
And there is no international agreement on what
sizes?
A certain size is.
Oh my goodness. I know, right?
Because pretty random.
The European size, like when I buy designer shoes, they're European sizes.
Well, and they're by length of the shoe. So that's the easiest if you're not sure.
Yeah.
If a shoe's running small and it's a US 11, if you look at the European size and it shows a 10.5 or 12,
okay,
you know.
Interesting.
The size, it's a little more accurate than ours.
So I know people can get fittings when they come in. So what do you suggest when they come to your store? What's the best course of action for someone who's just like, I need some shoes? If I just walked in and said, I need shoes, what would you say to me?
So when people contact us, we usually tell them the best time of the day to buy shoes is mid-afternoon.
Why?
Because your feet swell throughout the day.
Okay.
If you imagine your feet are at the bottom it's the furthest
at the bottom of your body.
Away from your circulation.
Yeah. So
blood can get down there, but it can't get back up as efficiently as it goes down. So throughout the day, it kind of backs up. And
that makes sense.
Your foot, it doesn't swell in length, but it swells in volume.
Okay.
And you want a shoe that matches the volume of your foot.
Okay.
And then we ask them if you bring your old shoes, we can look at the wear patterns and how the shoe's breaking down. If it's
nice. Yeah. I'm flat-footed, so I'm pretty sure I'm doing this.
Well, and like flat-footed, there's flat-footed pronated, flat-footed supinated,
oh my goodness. Neutral.
So
I need to come
just because you're flat-footed doesn't mean
I do need a new pair. Type of shoe. Yeah, I'll come in soon.
We'll hook you up.
Because I need what? I need every foot matters. I mean, I need to be happy.
Exactly.
I need to be happier. Is that possible?
With the right shoes.
What? I'm so excited already. Okay, so let me think. There was so much that you let me know when I was asking you questions. Is there something important that you want to address or share with people? We mentioned the runs. You have yours. We're doing the Fit City Mini. I'm in the middle of compiling the information for that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. We managed to have 3 first place winners last time. That's not happening again. I'm going to make it impossible. So you have to be superhuman to be like able to win. I don't know. Well, I'm going to make it impossible because I still have 3 medals. That's why I'm doing one more. I have a gold, a silver, and a bronze.
There can be no ties.
We're going to close out the year because I have these medals for 2022.
We'll have a tiebreaker.
Oh, right?
We'll have a park run tiebreaker.
Oh, okay. That solves my problem.
Winner
if we do have
all.
3 first places, yes, and yes, and yes. That saved me a lot of time. Thanks. I don't have to put as much in there anymore. That's really a great idea. December 10th will be the tiebreaker, guys. If y'all end up winning again, all 3 of you super competitive, awesome people. Let's see. So we mentioned the runs, shoes. Your store is so much more than shoes, though.
As well as so when I first opened the store, I helped start a number of local run clubs.
Yeah, I've noticed that. So there's the Keller She Runs something.
Well, Keller She Runs This Town is a national organization that's driven by, it used to be Moms Run This Town.
Okay.
So it was like.
Way to exclude the freaking cat moms over here. Does cat mom count?
Every mom, well, everyone counts.
Now it's human?
Just She Runs This Town. So it's a group of women that organize and also realize that running with friends is more fun. So
absolutely,
it's a networking opportunity for people that want to start running or do run or want to train for a half.
It's a lifestyle.
They can find people that are also training for a half or doing the same race.
Yeah. And then Shannon has one, right, on Thursday nights.
So we started the Shannon Run. Wow, that was like the spring before I bought the store.
Okay.
But that's FFP is a group in Houston, Fun, Fitness, and Philanthropy. So it's a club. It doesn't cost anything to join. You do 10 runs, you earn a shirt, and then they have prizes up to like your 100th run.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But it's mainly committed to, socializing, good run midweek. But they also volunteer at races, and they volunteer, and we do charity whenever there's a hurricane or a tornado. We
raise money,
collect water, collect clothes.
That's so awesome.
The philanthropy part is probably equal third of what the
FFP
is, the FFP.
And then at least it kind of rhymes.
We took that model and we moved one. We do one on Monday nights. We call the Beer Creek Run Club.
Okay, the Beer Creek.
Bear Creek. At What's on Tap.
Okay.
And then they.
So if you want to run in Keller, there's one pretty much every day. Every other day.
We've got a trail group that runs on Tuesdays, or it's not our group, but
so I'm hearing Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at least, and Wednesday.
North Shore Running.
Okay.
North Running Crew.
North, too many names. Gotcha.
And then Saturday mornings, we do the park run.
Yes, I love that. I'm so excited. So where can people? So your store it's just that one location.
Yes.
If people want to go to your store, you just look up Bear Creek Running Company, and it's right near the Keller Pointe. So if you go to the Keller Pointe, go there first.
We're easy to find.
And he's so generous. We're doing gift cards, I think, right? For this next one that we're doing for the Fit City Mini.
For the winners.
Yeah, for the winners. And I'll do the tiebreaker thing. I should have asked you last time before I even... That would have solved my problem.
That would have.
I had to go buy like 3 gold medals. Like I went and had to get more made and do 3 firsts. It was really weird. I got to think outside the box. I need to ask you for some ideas.
Rock, paper, scissors.
That would have been, that's not really fitness though, yeah. So, okay, holidays are coming up. Do you have any special, besides the run, do you do anything unique with your family over the holidays, whether it's like Thanksgiving or Christmas, or do you have a special tradition?
So we're kind of, what we've done with our customers and local runners is on Christmas morning, we do it's virtual. We put up a big sign that says Merry Christmas, but we do a pajama run.
Okay.
And lots of people get nice, their whole family will participate. And then they take their pictures in their pajamas and post it.
That's so cute.
So that's kind of fun.
Is that on your Facebook?
It'll be in events when we get closer.
Well, but I mean, so also if I wanted to go look back in the past, would it be under your, do you have your photos in filed away in different little sections?
I have not.
You have not
changed
done that?
anything, so it should be there.
Okay, cool.
Because I don't.
I want to look at it now. If I could find one of those pictures, I'll throw that up too. That sounded weird. I will toss that up on the screen.
There you go.
so you guys can see one of the pictures. It's the way you.
I'm a certain age that I use my phone for my memory.
Oh, for your memory?
So I save everything.
Oh, you mean the cloud saves everything and the government has everything? Is that how it works now?
I have everything.
Something like that. Okay, well, do you have anything else you want to say before we wrap up the show? Anything important? Any advice? I feel like, I mean, you're an entrepreneur, right? I mean, you followed your passion, you got your degrees, you pivoted, which I think a lot of people are afraid to do if they're already going in one direction. So like,
well, and the running joke is
the running joke?
Well, I guess it's a running joke. But I was the only one stupid enough to buy a failing running store on April Fool's Day.
Oh, I saw it was April Fool's Day, but
with like, I don't know, they had 35, 40 pairs of shoes in inventory.
And you've turned it around.
It's a lot of, well, when you find something you're passionate about, because I mean, I probably worked 80 hours a week the first 2 months.
Yeah.
I was my only employee except for
you mentioned your kids,
child labor in my life. But then once we kind of got it going, it has just been a progression of getting better and better and better every year.
Well, I love it. And I'm really excited as the Keller Pointe representative here to be able to work with you. It's such an amazing community.
I think the Keller Pointe is a Keller running club.
Sure.
Let
me get on it after the next Fit City, after the next big one that we're going to do in the spring. On that note, you know what? I don't want to forget the most important part of the show, your Keller Pointe experience. And you have an interesting one.
So what drew us to Keller was I was teaching at Northwestern and wanting to get back to Texas. We're going to move back to the DFW area. So we researched where the best place to raise kids. At that time, my twins were going into 3rd grade and my youngest was kindergarten. So we kept seeing Keller, Texas mentioned in all the best places to live, U.S. News.
Love it.
So Statesman, I mean, we just researched it to death. So we picked Keller.
Okay.
Based on that. So we came down before we were moving here and found a house.
Yeah. So
our first experience at the Pointe was we needed a place because the 3 kids looking at houses in July.
Man. Yeah.
It's kind of hot and boring. So we took them to the Pointe, to the pool.
Okay.
And then there was, we put in a bid for the house and then the realtor called and said contract was accepted. So we did all our paperwork at the picnic tables at the Keller Pointe.
I love it.
For our house.
That's huge. That's so cool that Keller Pointe can be a part of your home ownership journey.
Well, and in looking at houses, the Bear Creek Park, just seeing people riding bikes, running, soccer teams out.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like, that was a major influence.
Oh, absolutely. I'm shooting for hopefully living at like the art house soon or something. I'm very attracted to that lifestyle. Yeah. It's very peaceful, which I like.
It is.
And I love community.
It's kind of self-contained too.
It is.
And it's not far from anything.
I mean, it's far from Dallas.
Well, who wants to go to Dallas?
Well, I mean, there's events out there sometimes. I'm still single. I need to still have a social life.
I always thought Dallas was a great place to be single, and Keller's.
Yeah.
When you have a family.
I was talking to my sister. She was in town. And you know, the lottery, right? It was huge recently. And so we all bought tickets on Saturday. And we were talking about like, what would we do if we won? And I said, well, first of all, I keep my job because I'm not stupid enough to be that person who like throws their life away. Because that's not what you do. Keep your job and figure it out, right? But I was like, I'd definitely buy a house in Keller. And she was giving me such a hard time about Keller. And I'm like, wait,
you don't understand.
I'm like, but even just because I'm single doesn't mean like I can't appreciate like the community here. The lifestyle is great, you know? I mean, I can have trips or have a beach house, whatever, but like primary residence would probably be Keller. I like it. It's a great city for single or families. So
it is. Well, and like I said, you do things with the same people. It's not being a similar fish in a similar pond versus being a small fish in a giant ocean.
Yes, that's true. I love it. Okay, so we're going to go to the Run with the Turkeys on Thanksgiving. We're going to go to December 10th, Park Run. You guys need to sign up. And where do they find your link if they want to sign up for the mile a day?
Well, that's a Facebook event.
Facebook event on your Facebook site. Okay, Bear Creek Running Company. Okay, we'll put that in the...
You can also, our website is bearcreekrunningco.com.
Okay.
But there's a contact tab there, so you can always reach me there.
But if they're trying to sign up for the 1 mile a day thing, they go to your Facebook?
Facebook events.
Events.
And it's a run sign up event.
Okay. And then for Fit City Mini, just keep watching because I'll get that put together soon, and it won't be as difficult as I was thinking since he just solved my problem of the three firsts. So, okay, well, let's see if we can. Oh, no, one thing. I'm getting bad about this, man. The longer I do the show. Okay. I have a gift for you. I don't remember if I gave you one before.
I don't. But we have my personal trucker hat collection is at the store.
Oh, sweet. Well, now you can add this to your collection.
Will be added to the collection today.
And then so we can do the ending and it'll make sense of what that says on the hat right there. So you want to try it? Do you remember how we do it? Okay, we look at that one.
I look at that one.
Well, we look at the middle first.
Look at the middle first.
And then you look at that. You want to try it?
I can't remember.
We go, what are you waiting for? Okay, ready. Okay. So middle. What are you waiting for?
Let's do that again.
Okay, wait. Okay. What are you wait, let me just go. And action.
What are you waiting for?
Get to the point.